Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Museum of Cornish Life in Helston. My name is Rachel, and I'm the curatorial intern here at the museum. And for today's collection tour, we're going to be taking a look at our printing collection. So printing hasn't always been as easy as clicking Control P on your computer. Digital printing hasn't been around forever. So the first printing press was invented in 1440 by Johannes Gutenberg in Germany, but actual wooden block printing was started in East Asia in the 8th century, so it's been around a very long time. But let's have a look and see some of the equipment that we have here at the museum about printing. So I'm going to just turn you around. There we go. So let's start by having a look at our typewriters here. So we have a beautiful Remington typewriter just here, which is from the 1930s. You can see the keys are really, really lovely. There we go. And this is an Underwood typewriter. So I was talking to my nan this morning because she went to secretarial school in the 1940s, and she said that they were really, really noisy, these typewriters, and actually very hard work to use. But all the secretarial students would try and get to the classroom as quickly as possible to get their favourite typewriter. And here at the back we have a Royal Barlock typewriter, which you can see looks a lot more modern and is a lot more reminiscent of what we'd see today. But they are just stunning. And if you've ever heard a typewriter being used, it is the most glorious sound. So here at the back, we'll just see if it focuses, these are printing blocks. So there's a printing block there of a harbour with 2 people, and these were used basically to put into the printing presses to make the various prints. And of course you cannot print without ink. So here we have some blue ink, and I just think the bottles and even the labels are just glorious. Really lovely. And here we have a fantastic piece of equipment, which is a proper printing press, and this has come from the West Britain, which is still in publication today. So you can see it's a huge piece of equipment, and I'm sure it would have taken more than one person to use it, because I think they were quite heavy. And here we have another printing block. Now see if you can work out what it is. Obviously the image would be flipped. So it is a football match, and you can see the audience here, or the spectators, people playing football, and they're really, really intricate designs. Now this is a business reply card from Shaw and Sons, who were printers and publishers in London since 1750. Now we have down here an addressograph. So an addressograph was an addressing printer used to address envelopes. So you can see these metal sheets would have had people's addresses engraved on them, and it just meant that the envelopes looked a lot more professional. And another lovely typewriter behind. So compact, portable by Remington. I think even the box is lovely, look at that. Really gorgeous. Now, here, I'm going to stand back a bit so you can see the full view, is another lovely printing press. So this was donated by Mr. W.T. Rogers, who was a printer, in memory of his father and mother. And it's just lovely. So it's a very rare Albion press, circa 1829, and was used by the Rogers printing firm until 1963. And there's a lovely design up there of a lion and a unicorn. Now I'm very fond of this because it is a printing block of the museum. So if you've ever visited us before, you'll see that we have a cannon outside, and you can see this on the printing block. Now, do excuse any background noise you can hear. The seagulls are out in force today. And these are some 19th century ledgers, leather bound with inside covers of marbled paper, used from 1879 until the 1950s. Now, I'm not going to open these up because they are very, very old and fragile, but we can take a look at some of the patterning here. It's just really lovely. Okay. So that is our printing bay. Just going to turn you round. It's difficult using these in gloves. So thank you very much for joining me today to have a look at our printing bay. Tomorrow we're going to be looking at some crafts connected to printing, and we're going to be showing you how to make your own books. So please join us then. But in the meantime, thank you very much for joining us and take care.